guys, thanks for sticking with us. I'm here with Debbie Cole from the St. Louis chapter of the One Campaign, and we were just talking about some of the initiatives that you guys do, like Feed the Future. We're helping people become self-sufficient. Tell us a little bit more about some of the other initiatives.
Sure. One of the major initiatives for the One Campaign this year is going to be the Electrify Act. That's a bill that's been introduced in the House with 7 Republican co-sponsors and 8 Democratic co-sponsors, which we are very proud of.
Right. Everyone's well represented.
Right. And we never support a bill unless it has both Democratic and Republican co-sponsors because we are nonpartisan. But this is a major push for us. It will supply first-time electricity to over 50 million people living in sub-Sahara Africa. And that has huge ramifications for things like healthcare, education, and business development, which we know is important for pulling a lot of people out of extreme poverty. And you can imagine trying to start a business if you don't have reliable electricity.
Right.
For healthcare, imagine going into labor in the middle of the night and you don't have electric lights. So there are huge ramifications if we can get this bill passed.
So where does it sit now? Where does the bill stand right now?
It's been introduced in the House. We're hoping for a companion Senate bill this spring. And so we'll be doing a big push for that. We'll be visiting our elected officials. This past summer, we presented petitions in support of this act to both Representative Wagner and Senators Blunt and McCaskill. But we'll be visiting them again this spring and really encouraging them to get behind this bill, maybe even co-sponsor it. We'd love to see that because it would just really provide people with the means to get their hands on the bottom rung of that economic ladder, and then they can do the rest.
Now, the organization is a, I guess, global organization.
Yes.
Are you all working on the same initiative at the same time, or does it kind of vary between regions?
No, the One Campaign internationally and at the DC level sort of sets the initiatives for us, and that really kind of makes it nice because they know, for example, in November, everybody was talking about the budget, and so to talk about anything else was sort of a waste of time, and so they kind of let us know when we need to push our elected officials for what initiatives, and so that direction is really nice to have.
Have you seen, I guess, a positive reaction from the elected officials, or?
Generally, yes. I think Senator Blunt has been very supportive of global health in the past, and usually we are certainly met very warmly, and they know there's a lot of support here in Missouri for the initiatives that One supports.
Now, if someone wants to get involved with the One Campaign, how will they do so?
Well, they can come to our meetup. We'd love to meet them at our at Schlafly's and have a beer with them and chat with them about extreme global poverty and what we're doing. But there's they can contact stlouis.one at gmail.com is our local email address. They can go to one.org. That is the website of the One Campaign.
Did you ever feel that, I guess, maybe it was kind of overwhelming to kind of take on an initiative like this because, you know, the global poverty is very vast and it just seems so like a huge undertaking. If someone's really interested but they don't really feel like they might make a difference, what would you say to that person?
I would say that it can be very thankless and it can be very, very difficult, but we have made such strides in the last 10 years. 10 years ago, there were only about 50,000 people on AIDS medications in Africa, and now there are over 6 million people on AIDS medications. We have saved over 5.5 million children's lives in Africa because of a program called the Global Alliance for Vaccinations and Immunizations. We are almost at the point where we are going to be able to wipe polio off the face of the earth. Wow. I mean, that's a huge success for global health. Yeah. And there's 50 million children being educated for the first time in Africa. And we know that there's a ripple effect in fighting extreme poverty. Girls who are educated, they tend to marry later, they tend to have fewer children, and so that also affects global poverty rates.
Well, thank you so much for being here today. You guys, if you need any more information on the One organization or the One campaign, the information is on your screen. Up next, we'll be joined by Boo McClellan, the Executive Director of Craft Alliance, so don't go anywhere.